What's going on, YouTube and wonderful people of the world? This is Big Rob. Welcome to Big Rob's House of Entertainment and No Chinese Food. So, I would like to go ahead and apologize first off. I really don't have any good road stories this week. Nothing real exciting happened. So, hopefully, I will have a whole slew of stories for you very soon. But I wanted to stop in, tell everybody hey, and tell you guys about some good TV shows that I may have watched recently. First thing is I finally got around to watching Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. I missed this in the theater, not on purpose. I really intended to go, and just life got in the way. So, really touching tribute to Chadwick Boseman at the beginning, and really you could feel him running through the whole movie. Pretty solid movie. I have never been a fan of Namor the Submariner. I have never thought of him as a hero. I've never liked the character. I always thought he was just boring. And after this movie, I still think that. He sucks. Sorry. The young lady that played Riri Williams, Ironheart, really good. Not a ton of screen time, but it wasn't an Ironheart movie, so I mean, for introducing the character, pretty good. It's been long enough now that the spoilers, it's gonna happen. It's on Disney Plus. If you haven't watched it, you can watch it. So whatever I say, So they killed off Queen Ramonda in this one. And of course, Chadwick Boseman passed away before the movie started filming, so T'Challa was already dead. Marvel does not mind taking out the members of this royal family. Holy smokes. So, pardon. Fun thing about recording outside is I have cars going by occasionally. So I tried to edit that out, but if the video goes for a second, that's why I edited the car out. You guys don't want to really hear that, I don't reckon. Of course, I could use it to get my time up, but I don't want to do that. Anyway, I'll just pause and pick back up. So anyway, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, really good movie. A lot of cool vibranium-based tech. I give it 8 out of 10. I thought it was a pretty solid entry into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania opened this weekend. I did not get a chance to see that. I may try and watch that. I will try to watch that next weekend, but I didn't get a chance on opening weekend. Again, life got in the way. Last night was the Elimination Chamber WWE, and I will be completely honest with you, I slept through the vast majority of it. I know that Asuka won the Women's Elimination Chamber, which was pretty awesome. Her Empress of Tomorrow gimmick is really cool, so I'm looking forward to seeing her and Bianca Belair at WrestleMania. Edge and Beth Phoenix defeated Rhea Ripley and Finn Balor of the Judgment Day. Finally, they get a good, decisive victory. That makes me really happy. I'm a huge Edge fan, huge Beth Phoenix fan, so that was pretty awesome. Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar had a match. I think Bobby Lashley won, but again, I slept through it. Men's Elimination Chamber was actually for the U.S. title. I didn't realize that until it was already going. And Austin Theory retained and won the title. It came down to Austin Theory and Seth Rollins. And I'll be perfectly honest with you, I am starting to be a fan of Seth Rollins. Of course, there was some outside interference, which the whole point of the Elimination Chamber, well, not the whole point, but one of the points of the Elimination Chamber, no outside interference. Of course, they had the chamber door open because they were trying to get Montez Ford out, who had suffered an injury. I don't think he was actually injured. I haven't checked yet. I hope not. I hope he's okay. But anyway, it gave the YouTube guy, Logan Paul Jake, I don't know whatever his name is. Anyway, he gave a chance to come in and do some stupid run-ins. To me, that just really screwed up the Elimination Chamber. It kind of cheapened the whole point of the match, but I guess it sets up or it furthers the feud between those two. I guess that's okay. I'm not a fan, but whatever. I don't run creative for WWE, so The last match, of course, Sami Zayn challenged Roman Reigns for his title. Roman Reigns is 900 plus days in on this title, and a homeless dude from Canada is not going to take that title away from Roman Reigns. But Sami Zayn is getting huge pops. There was 17,000 people in there. They were all chanting for Sami Zayn, and it sounded like, I don't know, 19,000 people. I don't know. They were blowing the roof off for this guy. And I myself am starting to care about Sami Zayn, and I don't like it. But wow. Again, I fell asleep. I know Roman Reigns retained his titles, and I'm pretty sure Jey Uso showed up. Again, I slept through it. I'm sorry. I will check the dirt sheets later, and if I need to, I'll go back and rewatch the match. But so I apologize. Anyway, so TV. I watched a new episode of an episode of a new show called Animal Control. It's on Hulu. Or Fox if you have real TV. I don't know anybody that still does besides my grandma, and she doesn't watch this. So, anyway, Animal Control, really funny, about a group of animal control specialists in Seattle, I think. Joel McHale, I think I'm saying his name right, is the lead character. He's pretty funny most of the time. So that was pretty good. I don't know. Several of the other people in there were people I've seen in other sitcoms, but I don't remember their names, mostly because I have a terrible memory. But it was a pretty funny show. I will definitely continue to watch that one. Also watched Not Dead Yet, and I'd completely forgotten the young lady's name that stars in it. She basically she worked for a newspaper, fell in love with a guy, moved to London. I don't know, she lived somewhere in the States, moved to London for this guy. They broke up. And so she moved back and got her old job back at the newspaper, except now she's stuck writing obituaries. And the first obituary that she gets handed to her, the dead person appears to her. And it's really funny. She's like always, only she can see or hear the dead person, and they have to have some sort of closure to move on. It's been done 50 times. Ghost Whisperer, True Calling, several times it's been done before. This time it's in a sitcom, and it's pretty funny and kind of touching. It was kind of sweet, this first episode. I don't know if they'll continue that way or not, but it was kind of nice. I liked it. I'll definitely keep watching that one. The other show that I watched was, again, that was a Hulu, and I think maybe Fox. I don't know that for sure. The third show that I watched was Extraordinary, and this one's a British show, and I think maybe the whole season might be on Hulu or most of it. But anyway, the show revolves around this young lady. In this world, everybody has some sort of superpower, flight, pyrokinesis, mental telepathy, maybe even some telepathetics, probably. But this young lady has not gotten her powers at all. And in a world where everybody has superpowers except for you, there seems to be some issues. It's a little quirky. It's British humor, which, some people enjoy, some people don't. If you're like me, I used to watch the British comedies on PBS all the time. I love them. I think their dry humor is amazing. So I am definitely a fan, and I will continue to watch this one. So it was cute. I finished up, and actually I think the last episode dropped a couple weeks ago, but I finally finished up on Disney Plus the excuse me, apologize. The National Treasure TV show follows a young lady that is searching for a Pan American treasure. And I really enjoyed this one. A lot of twists and turns. They bring in the Freemasons, they bring in the Aztecs, the Mayans, and the Inca. They bring in Elvis, and I mean, they bring in Elvis. I'm there. But solid show. Catherine Zeta-Jones plays as Billy, the main villain in the show. Um, Minor spoiler, sort of, kind of, not really, but the show ties in back to the original TV show. Well, not spoiler at all, but a couple of the guys, the Sandusky, the FBI agent, and Riley, Nick Cage's assistant, are in there. But the guy that originally got the call in the first movie that somebody was going to steal the Declaration of Independence, he's in here, and he actually gets tied back into the whole thing. It's probably sort of convoluted, but I thought it was really cool. I don't know. So, but anyway, but it was pretty interesting. It was a pretty good show. They, like always, set it up for a second season. I don't know yet if it has gotten a second season, but I kind of hope it does, because I really enjoyed it. So that was that. It's really all of the TV shows that I watched this week. And again, I apologize for not really having any road stories. Before I get out, I did want to give a shout out to the Zone Collectables in Tifton, Georgia. They're at 305 Main Street if you happen to be nearby. If not, you can find them on Facebook at The Zone Collectables or at thezonecollectables@gmail.com. I'll throw the info up on the screen there. This is the best comic collectible shop that I have ever been to. The nicest people that I have ever met in a collectible shop, or just about anywhere, run this place, and they can find anything and everything. Their inventory is vast and always changing, always updating. They've got comic books, trading cards, action figures, model kits, D&D, Warhammer, Hot Wheels, Barbie, Lego, Monster High. They've got cool metal sculptures sometimes. They've got G.I. Joe, Marvel, Star Wars. Just, if you're a fan of something, they probably have something to further your fandom. Give them a shout, give them a like, take a look, see what they got, and go by and see them if you're anywhere nearby. Also want to give a big shout out to my brothers Hassel and Monster over at the Nerdy Man Room show. Their show is picking up really great, and I am super happy for them. Hopefully my show will start picking up great too, and we'll all be YouTube famous. I mean, that's the goal, right? It's 2023. We all want to be YouTube famous. But Nerdy Man Room show, you can find them on YouTube. You can find them on Roku at Southern Joy Media channel. You can find them on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that. I'll try and throw their info up on a graphic too. But give their show a like. They talk about all kinds of awesome nerdy stuff. This last week's episode, they talked about He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, and reminded me of the 2002 He-Man I had forgotten about. But I'm glad they reminded me of it, and so I can go back and watch that again, because I'm 12, I like cartoons. The last thing I wanted to do is give a huge shout out to my buddy Chris. Chris is a co-worker and a really solid human being, and just recently found out that he's going to be a father again. So huge shout out to you, Chris. This goes to you, brother. And I think that's everything for this week. I hope you enjoyed me running my mouth about TV shows. If you like what you see, make sure to like the show, subscribe, leave me a question, a comment, a concern, a complaint, whatever you feel is necessary. Hit the bell to be notified when I drop new content. And that's all for today. May the Force be with y'all.